Well, greetings, TwoSun lovers. This old sword with you. And we're back. Seeing double almost with the TwoSun TS81. A longtime favorite that was renewed about a year or more ago in a more budget-friendly, if that's possible with TwoSun, version that you see in the foreground with the black and orange G10 handle. The original that is well regarded by so many is the TS81 with the ox bone insert handle on both sides, titanium clip, milled with a ceramic ball insert, real classy. Looks like a feather, I think. And it is a frame lock with a hardened steel insert. Lots of beautiful detail milling in that handle. Doesn't matter where you look. Look at that. Back strap and everything. All along the top of the frame. No, you're not going to find any jimping on the back of the blade. It's a beautiful, I don't know what we'd call it, trailing point, spear point blade with a swedge on the top. It's reminiscent of the TS127 that I did a double review on with its counterpart. And you can pull up that video if you just look for the TwoSun playlist. It's a D2 blade. We're going to do some measurements in a bit. This is the somewhat lighter version, skeletonized, I believe. Steel liners, heavy skeletonized, that's why it's so light. Heavily, with a deep carry spring clip, variegated G10, black and orange. And it's this kind of deeper orange with the black that I don't mind so much as that day glow reddish orange that's used. You're going to see some similarities. Actually, it's the exact same knife. And you're going to see some differences. One of the differences is that this feature is simply recessed in, milled in, on the original TS81. And on this TS81, it's cut straight through. Same exact blade design, same exact handle contour profile. So let's measure them up. We're only going to need to measure one, but we'll weigh both because they're going to be different. So we've got an overall length of just shy of 9 inches, 8 7/8. Got a blade length of about 3 7/8. Cutting edge, pretty much the same, 3 7/8, almost a 4-inch blade. We have a blade stock thickness. We're going to call it 4 millimeter. Handle thickness on this one, 0.54 inches. And where we might have a difference is on the handle thickness. Yes, 0.64 versus 0.54. And let's get to the weight. Or shall I say weights, plural. On the original TS81, we're getting 4.03 ounces. I'm going to call that 4 ounces. On the newer version in G10, well, look at that, 4.02. Now it felt lighter, it really did. You know, sometimes weight is a perceptual thing. This feels denser in the hand, but it's all titanium. Here we've got steel liners with G10. They didn't recess those screws, so they're button heads. Still, it goes in and out of the pocket fairly well. This is machined, so there's a grooved texture to it on the diagonal. Not a whole lot of drag, but you know, that with all this jimping, and that's another difference. Actually, not much of a difference. They use the same kind of file work to jimping on both. Goes right through the back strap on both. Got titanium back strap there. Got a G10 back strap on that one. It is a beautifully balanced, beautifully handling knife. Ample guard, single finger groove. The rest is this curvature in through the handle there. And just an excellent blade. It's piercy, but with a belly all the same, and quite sharp. Both of these came through. I'm not even going to demo them, take my word for it. Slice through paper like a razor blade. If I didn't mention it, it's a Wong design, Wong design. Obviously on both. Same model number. Both in D2, which is interesting because most of these later models with the spring clips have been coming through in Sandvik. I'm kind of glad that's D2. Sandvik from TwoSun, for some reason or other, tends to get these micro scratches on them. Nobody really has the answer yet as to why. On that particular steel, is it softer? Is it handling in the bin after manufacture? Nobody seems to really know. But they are gorgeous blades. They're literally works of art in design. And you can get either one of them for under 100. I think the 81 on the top is coming in black carbon fiber insert and in M390 nowadays. So I'd recommend getting that one in those materials, and I think you can get that for probably right on 100, maybe a little bit over 100. Fantastic deal. Let's look at both of these next to some of the standards here for comparison. There's the Griptilian. Griptilian is going to be a shorter knife, both in the handle to some degree, although not too much, and definitely in the blade. And let's look at the Rat 1. And the Rat 1, just a tiny bit shorter in the blade, pivot to pivot. If we switch them around, sandwich the Rat 1 in between. Yeah, we got a longer blade on the TS81. So I would strongly recommend, if you like TwoSuns and if you don't already have it, and even if you got the D2 models, check out the black carbon fiber version, and it may come in other inserts as well, that you see on top in the M390. I don't think they're doing S90V, but at any rate, a couple of my favorite TwoSuns here. You know, you can get them both, You can get this one for your showcase. You can get this one for EDC. These new pocket clips are coming in quite handy. You got great grip ability there, although you don't have jimping on the blade. I don't see it as too much of a downside. You can pick this knife up for like, I don't know, $40, $45. It's incredible. Look at the thickness of that liner. And the action on bearings is just exquisite on both. Pretty much drops shut. Give it a little coaxing there, but it's smooth as butter. TS81, Wong Design, TwoSun Knife Company. Hope you enjoyed this vid. Give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. This old sword signing out.